What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today we need to take a little bit of a look at a couple of new yellow cards which are coming around in BT6. We've had some new yellow cards revealed, and frankly, if we didn't go and take a look at them, well, that would be a little bit rude. Shout out to the lovely folks at DigimonCard.dev and Entan Gaming for providing our translations. And I want to start off with an option card that looks, frankly, pretty gosh darned awesome. It is Reinforced Memory Boost. Now, it is a 6-cost option card, which is extremely expensive, but it's kind of worth it. What you do is you reveal the top 2 cards of your deck, and you place one of them face down as the top of your security stack. The other card goes into your hand, this card goes into the battle area, and then it's got that delay where you can essentially trash it from the battle area to gain free memory. So it does cost 6 memory now, but you get free memory back later. And I've told you my theory about delay cards before. I love the unpredictable aspect of them. I love the idea that your opponent knows you've got a delay card in play, but doesn't know when it's going to be used. So they've essentially got to play out the entire game until you use it, knowing that at any point you can be like, delay, I get free memory, yay! Now I'm going to do something that I would not have been able to do otherwise. That is what I love about delay. I think delay is a kind of skill or ability that takes a lot of skill or ability, wordplay, because it's got to be timed right, it's got to be used right, but when it is timed and used correctly, you can basically put your opponent in a super awkward position, you can catch them off guard, and you can just pull off plays that, frankly, your opponent didn't think you were going to be able to, and that is awesome. So it ends up essentially being a free cost card. But honestly, delay is not the reason I love this. It's a nice bonus, but I like it generally. I mean, essentially, it is recover 1 and draw 1 all in one go. And it's not even just recover 1. Just calling it recover 1 does it a little bit of a disservice. Because what you do is you get to choose one of the top 2 cards in your deck to put down as a security card. And we've seen this before, not often, but we've seen Bibimon. And Bibimon here actually lets you choose a security. So if your security is 3 or less when you attack, you place a yellow Digimon from your trash on top of your security. And if you have a choice as to which card goes down as your security, that is extremely powerful. Because you can do stuff like put down a really powerful card. Go and put down a big, let's say you're actually playing Magnadramon from the starter deck. It's cheap, it's powerful. Well, now you get to put a 12,000 power Digimon on top of your stack, and that means that your opponent, if they attack the stack, are probably getting deleted, or they might wait a turn or 2 before attacking the stack because they don't want to get deleted. Either way, it's a win for you. Or you can play one of those security Digimon, someone like an Ankleamon, for instance, so that when your opponent attacks a security, they hit your security Digimon, and you get to play that for free. You get another Digimon that goes into play without expending any resources. That sounds good to me. Or maybe it's an option card. So something like a Bifrost that gives one of your opponent's Digimon minus 3,000 power and security attack minus 1 for the turn. And that's what's so good. Now, don't get me wrong, Bibimon getting any card from your trash is clearly better and more adaptable than this choosing from the top 2. But you still get to choose from the top 2. It still gives you an option, and that to me is pretty gosh darn good. It's not always going to work, but there are going to be times where you get to essentially fix the top card of your security, and that's amazing. Not to mention, of course, it's not just fixing the top card of your security, it is also giving you recovery. It is an option card that recovers. We don't see those very often. We have seen them, but we don't see them very often. There are basically 3 options. So the closest to this is Holy Wave. Holy Wave is a 6-cost card that recovers 1. This is so much better than Holy Wave. Now, to be fair, as a security card, it's way better. Holy Wave as a security, you get to just activate its main effect, that is, recover. Whereas Reinforced Memory Boost has the standard delay card security skill that puts it in your battle area. So you can then trash it and gain free memory. Clearly, as a security card, Holy Wave is better. But each copy of Holy Wave should be in your security 1 in 10 games. Not as a security card. If you're just playing it from your hand, Reinforced Memory Boost is way better. But again, if you're playing for Holy Wave, they will end up in your security here and there, and that will give you extra recovery, which is awesome. I will leave the choice up to you. But the fact of the matter is, not only are you recovering a card, but you've got that little element of choice about which one gets recovered, and you're drawing a card at the same time, and you're putting it in the battle area to get free memory back at a later turn. That, ladies and gentlemen, is absolutely beautiful. I'm a huge fan. I think this is a great card. I think it's expensive, and one of the things to point out here is it's not quite the same as other expensive cards. I showed you Holy Wave, it's expensive, but it's great as a security card. Probably the best option card we've seen is Gaia Force. It's an 8 cost, but it deletes any Digimon, and it does that when it comes out as a security card as well. This is a great card, but it's a 6-cost card, and don't get me wrong, right? Blue decks love playing a Hammer Spark, and if it comes out as a security card, you get 2 memory. Well, this, if it comes out as a security card, you get free memory. But it's not the same as some of these other super expensive cards. I'm still giving it between 4 and 5 Wassies. We don't give half Wassies. That would be barbaric. Because I'm sorry, you're recovering 1 with an element of choice and drawing 1, and you're getting free memory back lettuce, so it's only really a free cost card when it comes down to it. Oh my goodness, this is good. But it's not the only yellow card we've seen and need to take a little bit of a look at. We've also had a look at a much less clear picture of Bibimon, and it's adorable. It's got 1 inheritable skill, which of course is what we expect from level 2 Digimon, and when you attack, if your security is exactly free, gain a memory. Cool. This is actually really nice. Gaining memory is good. And again, what we need to do here is essentially compare it to other level 2 yellow Digimon and see if any of them can actually gain us memory. The answer is no. There is no other yellow Digitama that can give us extra memory. We've got the Uppermon that if our security is 3 or less, we can draw a card. We've got other fun things we can do. But this is the only yellow Digitama that can gain us memory. So straight off the bat, that should get us a little bit excited. Because that's actually kind of interesting. The issue, of course, is that you need to have exactly 3 security remaining. And this is where we go back to that new Pulsemon. I love the new Pulsemon. And frankly, the new Pulsemon is coming up trumps here. Because that new Pulsemon's got a skill whereby when you play it, you may trash security until there are 3 remaining, gaining 1 for every security card trashed. And that also has an inheritable skill where if you've got exactly 3 security cards, you get jamming and will not be deleted in battles against security Digimon. For what it's worth, we've also seen Bulkmon, where if you've got 3 or more security cards, you gain security attack +1. And this really is all built around Pulsemon's skill. We've seen a whole bunch of stuff in yellow that activates when you've got 3 security cards. This is just another one of them. But bearing in mind, yellow's got a bunch of recovery. So if you can get down to 3 security and stay at 3 security, start playing around with recovery and all of that good stuff, then all of a sudden you can go through the game gaining extra memory when you attack. That is clearly a very good thing indeed. It's not for every deck, but that's kind of the case with Digitama. I make this point a lot. Digitama tend to be good for a particular deck or a set of decks, and that is exactly what this is here. It ain't gonna work for every deck. But for the decks it will work for, yeah, this seems pretty gosh darn good. So I'm going to go and give this between 3 and 4 Wossies. We don't give half Wossies, that would be barbaric. I do think it is a very specialised kind of card that you can only play in some yellow decks, but I also think it is literally the only option if you want to gain memory with a Digitarma playing a yellow deck, and for that, I think we need to give it a little bit of love. But I want to know what you think. So let me know in the comment section, would you? Go nuts! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWassy. That's where we talk Digimon and a whole bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wossy Plays.